Hey guys, welcome back to Dom's Tech Chat. Today we're going to be talking about how you can get your first job in help desk in 2021 with no experience. So whether you're a student, a recent graduate, or someone that's trying to transfer into the industry, this video is for you. So let's get started. One of my biggest tips and one of the first things that you want to do if you are trying to get a job in tech, and you're transferring without any experience, you want to emphasize your soft skills. A lot of times if you are going for an entry-level role like the help desk or service desk position, anything of that sort, you can sometimes get away with not having as many technical skills if you have these soft skills. So basically what a hiring manager is looking for is they look at this person as, okay, I can teach them how to troubleshoot Outlook, how to troubleshoot the systems that we work with here, but I can't teach someone how to talk to people or how to be able to handle an irate caller or anything like that. So if you can show that you have experience with people in these type of situations, then that's going to be what can get you hired over someone who might have experience with building computers or went to school for a technical degree, but they don't have the ability to talk to people. So that's the skills that you want to rely on the most when you're going to make your resume, when you're going on interviews. You really want to emphasize the fact that you have the ability to communicate with people. So for example, when I was getting into IT, I only had previous experience working in education and a few, like 6 months in retail. So that's what I emphasized. I emphasized that I talked to people every day at my job when I was selling things to people. And that when I was working in education, I had to rely heavily on making reports. So I showed that I had those written and verbal communication skills. And the thing that you want to remember is that a good position or a good role, they're going to train you on the technical things that you need to know. My first IT position, I spent the first 4 or 5 weeks just training on the systems that they use, how to work their tickets, listening in on calls, shadowing. So you want to show that you're a quick learner and that you can pick up on that training, and a job will be a lot more comfortable hiring you and training you on those skills. So if you have anything to show in your past to show that you self-studied or that you're good at learning, that will also help a lot as well. The second thing that you want to do is to make sure that you are reading your local job requirements. So when you're going into IT, yes, you can't rely 100% on your soft skills. You want to have some sort of technical base that you can show to a recruiter, to a hiring manager. But you also want to make sure that you're learning the correct skills for your field. So when you're going through, take 30 minutes, an hour, make a list of the things that you're seeing pop up on there and how often you're seeing them pop up. So maybe put a tally when you see them repeat themselves. So don't get discouraged if while you're looking at these these job requirements, you're seeing things that you don't have or that you don't have experience in. But focus on the things that you think that you can learn. As you get more of those certifications that are popping up on these job postings, you will come up more on their hit lists. So when they're doing a search of all the resumes that they got, you will pop up because you will have the qualifications that they're looking for. So what you want to do is go down, take note of what jobs are asking for so that you can meet those needs, which takes us nicely into our next point, which is training and certifications. If you are trying to get into help desk, you do need some sort of training. So now that we went through our local job postings and we see, so for example, we see that a lot of the entry-level roles are asking for the CompTIA A+. This is when you're going to take the time to actually study, whether you want to do self-study or whether you find a course online that you can join, or if your school has a course or anything of that sort, you're going to study and you're going to get that certification and you're going to put it on your resume, you'll put it on your LinkedIn, you will put it out there to show that you got these certifications so that people can see that you're meeting these needs. Also, what you're doing too, so say it's not something that they're asking for like certification, say they are asking for experience with Windows hardware. Sometimes they will ask for experience with a Windows 10 system. If you have a Windows 10 computer in your house, start toying around with it. Maybe you aren't going to go the full certification route, but go and look up some common issues that happen with the computer, or if you have things coming up or people are saying, hey, my computer is having issues with this, see if you can figure it out. And you can put on your experience, on your resume, that you do have troubleshooting experience, that you have experience resolving issues in Windows 10 environments. So then again, you're coming up as a hit when they're doing a search on the resumes that they got because you have experience in these systems that they're asking for. And this takes me to my final point and my biggest tip, which is creating a LinkedIn. Every role I've gotten in IT, I've gotten from LinkedIn. I personally have never gotten a job from just applying to it and getting a call back on it. I always get my jobs from recruiters DMing me on LinkedIn. It's just been the quickest way. And it's something I recommend to everyone who is trying to get into the industry. Make a LinkedIn. So since we did that thing with the local job postings and seeing what people are asking for, what you're going to do when you're on LinkedIn is you're going to craft your LinkedIn to these job postings. So any of those buzzwords, those keywords you saw while you were looking through job postings, so ability to troubleshoot, good communicator, team leader, put all of those on your LinkedIn, because what recruiters do, they go on LinkedIn and they just search. They search these keywords, they search certifications for the job postings that they're recruiting for, and then you will come up and search. So what you want to do is you get your LinkedIn, you build it up with those soft skills, you build it up with the certifications that you got, you build it up with the skills that you have so that you can match those postings, and recruiters will find you. I get, maybe even before I had experience, I was getting like 3 recruiters messaging me a week minimum, just because they're very active on LinkedIn, especially in tech. They're very active and they will always reach out for entry-level roles because that's typically what they're recruiting for. But this gives you the chance to be contacted by a recruiter. They a lot of times will give you the job posting, they'll give you the location. You can review it and see if it's something that matches with your needs. If you agree that it's something that you would be interested in pursuing, the recruiter will set up the interview for you. A lot of times you do a phone interview first and then you do an in-person interview. And typically in my recruiting process, especially for entry-level roles, that's normally where it stops. After I do my first person interview, I get an offer the day of. So if you're trying to get your first job in help desk, make sure that you are emphasizing your soft skills. Don't forget about them. Rely on them. Lean on them. You will need them to sell yourself. Make sure that you are reading your local job postings, and you are making sure that you're taking down any certifications that they're asking for, any skills that they're asking for, and noting down keywords so that you can curate your resume and your LinkedIn to them. Third, you want to get any training or certifications that are available to you, whether that's through school, whether it's through self-study. Make sure that you are getting something that you can put on your resume to show that you have some sort of technical foundation to be hired for a technical role. And then fourth, use LinkedIn. Go on there, add people that you know, add to your network, and add those keywords so that recruiters can find you and offer you roles. Something else that I really do want to talk to you guys about is what to do once you get your actual help desk role, because getting the role is the first part, but as I always say, we want to move up and move out of help desk when we get into it. So I definitely would do doing a video on that soon, showing how you can excel at your job in help desk and little tips on making your first day, your first week, your first month at help desk as smooth as possible. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I had a lot of fun doing this for you guys. Make sure that you hit that like button and that subscribe button so that you can get more of my content. Thanks for watching. See you next video.